welcome back to my series on Halloween and related stuff. You might have remembered that I mentioned the TV show Forever Night. Those of you that don't know what that is, like I mentioned, it was a TV show that only lasted for 3 seasons. It was a good series, although the third season kind of got weird because I guess they were syndicated and then it went to USA or something, USA Network, and then it kind of fell apart during the 3rd season. Well, and then, you know, they canceled it. And like I mentioned, I've got one of the CDs. I got the first CD for the series music, and I showed it earlier, and I'll show it again here in a moment. But it was this. I lost the other CD that went with this. It was the second one. It was like Daylight in Him. That's Jarrett One Davies. You know, this is, you know, I mean, I have no objection to, you know, like if I went to somebody's house and played this music, I have no problem playing it. I mean, granted, it's not, you know, necessarily Halloween related, you know, but I have no problems, you know, playing it for you if you want that. But like I said, any of my friends and family that are watching this, you know, when you go to Amazon.com, you know, and you feel like getting me a Christmas present, now you know what to get me. Because I know you can find it on Amazon.com, because I did. But, yeah, I know I talked about this in a previous video, as well. I mean, like, you know, if I ever can figure out where my tapes are of my Halloween stuff, because I actually, yes, did actually work up, like, a big bunch of, at least, like I said before, like 4 or 5 hours worth of Halloween stuff, sound effects on cassette tapes. I actually know, and I'm 99% sure that if I went to this place and asked them to let me borrow their sound system to, you know, copy it, the preacher would probably kick my tail, because it's a church. Because the preacher, and I've got to tell you where this whole, like, series came from. I went to church tonight, and the preacher kind of went off on Halloween and stuff, so it just got me to thinking about my stuff. That's the only reason, you know, that's where it came from, this whole series. But, you know, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, it just got me to thinking about some stuff in my life and about how I really do, yes, enjoy Halloween, but it's not for the occult reason. You know, seriously. Because it's just, like I mentioned before, it reminds me of a happier time in my life. You know, I mean, I work really hard now, and, you know, I don't have, like I mentioned before, I don't have time, I don't think about Halloween that often. I, you know, spend most of my time trying to make ends meet. So, yeah, that's my big thing now. But, you know, of course, I would love to, excuse me, I have gas. I would love to go through and, you know, do the, you know, CDs again. I would love to actually, I would love it if somebody actually let me get a hold of their equipment for, you know, like their transferring stuff. And believe me, if you have the transferring equipment that you would even give me as a Christmas present, I would be thrilled. And, you know, like a recording studio or whatever, you know, trust me, I would be a happy camper. Because I would actually, you know, if I got the opportunity, I would love to do like what I did when I was a kid, and, like, you know, make like my own, like, sound effects tapes, you know, and it wouldn't be tapes this time, it would be the actual CDs, you know, like this. Trust me, I would, that's like my idea of having a good time. And it was back then too. I mean, it was more so back when I was a teenager, because as I mentioned before, I had a two deck thing where I could transfer everything. And I had and just to help you guys remember, I had a stereo kind of like this one here, that I could actually do that here. But guys, I'm going to pause here because unfortunately I have been abusing the privilege and this camera is screaming it needs its batteries changed. So I'll be back in just a moment, okay?